Hi everyone, and welcome back to Conquering Math, where it all adds up. Graphs are important tools for mathematicians. We can get a lot of information from them, and now that we've been investigating proportions for a while, it's time to take a look at their graphs. Today's learning target is I can use graphs to identify proportional relationships and write equations of proportions. When we're looking at a graph, we'll know that it's proportional if it's a straight line that passes through the origin. We can then write an equation of the line in the form y equals kx, where k is the constant of proportionality. One important note, in this case k cannot be 0. We'll start by taking a look at graphs and determining whether or not the two quantities are in a proportional relationship by looking at the graph itself. For example number 1, we need to use a graph to determine whether x and y are proportional. So we have a table of x and y values, and what we need to do is plot the points in a graph. And if you've forgotten how to do this or you just need a refresher, take a look in the corner. There should be a link popping up right now to another video that can help you with that. So we'll plot the points, and they're all in the first quadrant. And make sure that when you're doing this, you're labeling the axes and that you've labeled each of the points and connected them with a straight line, just like I've done in the graph there. Make sure you use a ruler. Now, if we take a look at this, we notice that the graph is a straight line, and it passes through the origin, and so this is the definition of a proportional relationships graph, so that means that x and y are in fact proportional. For example number 2, we will once again use a graph to determine whether x and y are proportional. So we have a table of values, and we'll plot the points. And so we do get a straight line, but you'll notice that it doesn't pass through the origin. This means that x and y are not proportional. Now let's talk about how to write an equation for a proportion. We know that the equation is y equals kx, so what we need to do is find the value of k, and we can do this by using the value of the ratio. The equation y equals kx can be rewritten using some algebra as y over x equals k. So all we need to do is take one ordered pair and plug in its x and y values, and once we do that, we can find the constant of proportionality, and then we just rewrite in y equals kx form. So now for example number 3, let's use this idea to write an equation. Maya is baking not just any chocolate chip cookies, but the best chocolate chip cookies. The graph shows the amount of flour used to make her cookies. Calculate the constant of proportionality, and then write an equation that represents the proportion. So if we look at this graph, we have a whole bunch of points, and we can pick any of them. And remember that we're using y over x equals k to find the constant of proportionality. So you can choose any ordered pair. I've chosen 2, 48. So we put the y value on top, that's 48. The x value on the bottom in the denominator, that's 2. And 48 divided by 2 is 24. So that means the constant of proportionality is 24. And so we just rewrite in y equals kx form. So the equation is y equals 24x. This means that for every 1 cup of flour, Maya will get 24 cookies. Okay, so now it's your turn to give it a shot. Use a graph to determine whether x and y are proportional, and you have a table of values there for x and y. Pause the video, try it out, and unpause the video when you're ready. Okay, you think you figured it out? So the first thing you need to do is plot the points. And so we'll do that, and we have our x and y axis, and we have the points 0, 0, 1, 5, 2, 10, and 3, 15. Now you do need to determine whether or not this is a proportional relationship, and since it's a straight line that passes through the origin, x and y are proportional. Here's another one for you. Once again, use a graph to determine whether x and y are proportional. Pause the video and unpause it when you're ready. Okay, so again, what you need to do is plot the points, and here's your graph. We have the points 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6. And this line also passes through the origin, and it's a straight line, so once again, it is proportional. Now let's take a look at independent practice number 3. Yasmin is on a road trip. The graph shows the distance she drives over time. Calculate the constant of proportionality, and then write an equation that represents the proportion. Pause the video, work it out on your own, and then unpause the video when you're ready. Okay, so remember that we can use the value of the ratio, in this case by dividing y by x, to find the constant of proportionality, which is k. We already know it's a proportional relationship because it told us in the problem. So we'll pick any point. In this case, I chose the unit rate, so I chose the point 150. And so I have a 50 for my y value in the numerator, 1 for my x value in the denominator, and 50 divided by 1 means that the constant of proportionality is 50. So now we just need to write the equation in y equals kx form. So we have y equals 50x. This means that for every hour that Yasmin drives, she will travel 50 miles. So today you learned to use graphs to identify proportional relationships and to write equations of proportions. We know that the graph of a proportion is a straight line that passes through the origin. We also know that the equation of that line can be written as y equals kx, where k is the constant of proportionality. Thanks for watching this episode of Conquering Math. You can subscribe by clicking the button below, and you'll get access to more videos as soon as they're posted. You can also head over to conqueringmath.com to find guided notes for this video and to check out all the materials that I have available. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.